It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Reports podcast.
I have a theory on pedophilia.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's
Hold on.
attracted.
Is this a refined?
Right, for fine theory.
Okay,
Fine
all
theory.
right.
Yes. Scalpel.
All right, okay.
I don't think anybody is physically attracted to kids. And Duval actually was one that presented this idea to me, and I've been ruminating on it. It's about a power dynamic. And he pointed it out with R. Kelly. He's like, R. Kelly had these like teenagers, but he also had like a 30-year-old woman. Now, if you're attracted to little kids, you're not going to be attracted to a 30-year-old woman, but you could be attracted to two things that they both have. And this also goes into like priests being pedophiles and shit. We'll get there in a second. A kid, and you probably know this as a parent, can look at you like you're God. They can love you and look up to you and admire you in a way that adults just do not do. You're not as important, right? I think that these pedophiles are attracted to that.
The power that they have over these people.
Power, this undying affection and love. You are God to them. And then we ask, well, why do they become priests? Being a priest doesn't make you the pedophile. Being a pedophile makes you want to be the priest, because what do priests have within their community? Undying love and affection and power. The entire community, adults and children, are coming up to you. Please, can you give this message to God? How can you help me? You are essentially this godlike figure.
I agree with that. I agree it's power dynamic, but I also agree that something psychologically is off. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what
kill
I'm
him.
saying?
Bury him under the ground.
Fuck them all. You know what I mean?
Bury him under the ground. I'm just saying, if we're trying to understand why they have the attraction to kids, it's not that they're looking at this boy body or little girl body and be like, ooh, I'm turned on by that. It has nothing to do with it. It's they're looking at this person that views them as God. And they get turned on by that.
Definitely see that.
And those people are fucking dangerous.
And it's control.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I can see that. Like when like, fuck, you take a girl that don't have nothing, buy her McDonald's every day, a pair of fucking sneakers, you know what I'm saying? She looking at you like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I can see that. I listen, I don't give a shit though. You know what I'm saying? I saw R. Kelly on Gayle King screaming for motherfucking help. I don't want to hear that shit no more.
Yeah.
We 20, 25, 30 years too late for that shit, buddy. Fuck your tears. All right? It's time for you to pay the piper, Piper. All right? It's time to go pay the motherfucking piper. Now, this is what I think is going to happen, and this is why I think it's very dangerous that Gayle King interviewed him.
Okay.
Right? I don't see any reason to interview R. Kelly other than entertainment purposes at this point.
Okay.
Unless he's coming to confess. Unless he's coming to say, I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? When he said to Gayle King, I need help, and Gayle said, what kind of help you need? Instead of saying he needs somebody to help him because he got too much of a big heart, he should have said, man, I got a fucking problem. I'm a pedophile. I cannot control this shit. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I really don't. Bruh. If he'd have said that shit, if he'd have laid his self on the mercy of the court of public opinion, laid himself on the cross, people would be looking at this situation a little different because they're already looking at it a little different. One of his victims, what was the lady name? I think her name was Geronda or something like that. I can't remember her name, but I saw it on Shade Room. She said she feels sorry for him. She said he shouldn't go to prison. He needs some motherfucking help. I'm starting to hear those little whimpers of people having sympathy for him, right? He fuck around and go to trial, do a couple more interviews like this, where he's looking out of his mind, looking disheveled, looking crazy. Vulnerable. Yeah. Motherfuckers start humanizing this piece of shit. And then they be like, you know what, he don't need to go to prison.
And now you're saying Gayle is enabling that in a way.
I don't think she's doing
Not
it
knowingly,
on purpose.
but it's happening.
I don't think she's doing it on purpose. Because there's no reason to interview him unless he's coming to confess his sins and say, look, I got molested when I was a child, hurt people.
Right.
You know, just anything like that.
Right.
Other than that, I don't see the reason to do it unless you just bringing them in for the ambush, which you know I'm all about that life. Unless you just bringing them in to say, you peed on that little girl. And you fucking take a water bottle and squirt it on. Stupid shit. Like, unless you really in there just to really ham this shit to fuck up, there's no reason to do it. And by the way, it was entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
From a media standpoint,
Great content. Bro,
Oprah and Gayle was Ghostface and Raekwon this week, bro. They was Jada and Styles this week. Kendrick and fucking Cole. They barring up all media this week. Think about that shit. They've controlled this shit. There's not one. Every story is dominated with either that Leaving Neverland or that motherfucking R. Kelly shit. They got this shit till Thursday because Gayle dropping a part 2 tomorrow.
Right.
with the girls that he's with now.
Right.
And then on Friday, Oprah and Gayle probably going to drop another edition of O&G, which is like their podcast that they got.
Okay.
The OG podcast.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to be talking about the whole thing, recapping the whole week. They win. They
Unbelievable.
win. They win.
Unbelievable.
They win. They know what they're doing.
Of course.